Hello YouTube, it's me Justin, February 3rd. I just want to start off by saying once again I have received a lot of comments on various videos and I will get back to you all today. It's just time consuming the way that YouTube has got me screwed up here to where I have to switch to a different app to respond. But I see them all. I appreciate all the positive messages. They mean a lot to me. So not ignoring any one of you. Promise you that. But I wanted to talk about, really not going to get into too much detail, but just once again the sheer hypocrisy from the Democratic Party when it comes to the Fisa memo and how they're in an uproar, how this is illegal and unconstitutional to release this information, when simply it's the sheer fact that they got caught and they're pretty much busted for their illegal actions and how corrupt they are. And basically it's just them another way of crying and whining. And if the shoe was on the other foot and the Russian collusion, the dossier was created by the Republican Party and funded, it would be all over the news. The Dems would be running with it, screaming loud and clear. My message today is the midterm elections began in November 6th. You know, it could be because we have a lot of Republicans that are not seeking re-election. So if you have family members that are far left or on the edge, I'm going to put a link from my one video, the sheer hypocrisy with the government shutdown. And, you know, that's just another bullcrap deal that the far left, Schumer, did, that created nothing, didn't help anything, when Donald Trump is actually offering 3 times the amount of DACA recipients to get citizenship, but now they don't even want to work out a deal with that. It was, you know, with Obama, Trump decided, okay, we'll go even bigger and stronger and allow more DACA recipients to pretty much get amnesty, so to speak. It doesn't make sense why the far left doesn't want to negotiate with that. I mean, it's an even better deal than Obama. But with these midterm elections, if you have family members and friends, you know, this could be, I mean, this is a very, very important time when, you know, if you can show videos, this is time to, you know, these diehard Democrats can do no wrong. Start sending them some clips, some YouTube clips, kind of wake them up. And that one video I did was just simply showing how Obama, in one of his State of the Union addresses and campaign runs, talking about tougher borders and stricter laws against illegal immigrants taking American jobs. The same with Bill Clinton, and basically just how out of touch with reality. You got Nancy Pelosi that are saying, or that's saying that these $1,000 bonuses are just mere crumbs. And that's coming from a woman that spends $10,000 a night at these resorts and stuff. It just shows how out of touch with the American people. You know, $1,000 is a lot of money to many, many, many people. It's not crumbs. And you know, the word deplorable that was created by the far left, good old Hillary. And I'm even going to put a link for Hillary Cash, I believe it is. It's a huge eye-opener. It does have Bannon in it, which, you know, he turned out to be a backstabber, always was. But it's time to try to any family members, friends, or whatever that are just hypnotized, shake them out of it, wake them up, say, look right here. Look what Obama said. Look what Bill Clinton said. Look up stuff that Schumer said that he had totally flip-flopped on. Because the midterm elections are huge, and we need to, if you're in a state where you have a Democratic governor or congressman that is completely corrupt, it's the power of the people. And I have a strong feeling that these ballots in these voter boxes, so to speak, are going to be watched, and they're not going to get away with all these, dead people voting and the sheer corruption of the voter registration, the whole aspect of it, so to speak. They're going to be watched very, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyways, they're not going to be able to be as corrupt because they are being exposed on a daily. Like I said, Comey, the FBI director, and I don't understand how all these FBI directors or people in the FBI that were so heavily involved in this Fisa warrant still have their jobs. It makes no sense to me. If it was the common man, even a job at Walmart, if you did something corrupt or something that does not meet policy, you hit the road, Jack, you're fired. So, but anyways, the midterm election, I am having a hell of a time talking. I'm probably start this video all over again, but actually I'm not going to, because I'm sure I'll get some far left comments and just making fun of the way that I'm slipping up on my words. But I'm very tired. Worked very hard yesterday, long day, but it's time for us to take back our country, take back the get rid of the bad. And there are a lot of people on the Republican side that are in bed with the far left. So we got time to really do our research and try to, pardon my French, shake the shit out of some of your friends and family members. And like, look, right here, this is, if you don't like, extra money, this tax reform, I've seen tons and tons of positive things, even from people, Democrats, that have said, wow, I do have a lot more money on my paycheck. So it's time to get rid of these politicians, corrupt politicians that are making money and making a fortune off the backs of Americans that don't give two shits about the people in these democratic cities and states. It's time to, even if you're not a Donald Trump supporter and you're just sick of how out of touch the far left is with your living conditions, the midterm elections are huge. So, like I said, November 6th is the beginning, and there's a lot of seats, a lot of Republicans that are not going to go for re-election. There's a lot of Democratic seats that aren't going up for re-election. So it's time to do a lot of research and try to get some good, solid, which is hard to find, some, solid people in office that actually care about the American people, that are proud to be Americans, that care about our country and our future, and some good moral backgrounds, ethics, family values. That's what we need. So anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Sorry I slipped up on my words, still half awake, but midterm elections are huge. And for people, like I said, you don't have to be a Donald Trump supporter to try to vote these far left liberals that are complete elitist, delusional freaks that think that the American people are just cattle. We have the power to boot them out. And I wouldn't even worry about, some people say, well, my vote won't count. Well, if you know anything about a rope, each strand combined together um, can make, one strand can be broken easily, but you combine thousands and thousands and thousands of strands to make a rope that's extremely strong and powerful that can't be broken. That's why your one vote, it does matter. So, and for the far left, these young snowflakes, I guarantee you 90%, not 90% of them aren't even going to be voting because they're going to be so high on snorting glitter and eating Play-Doh and chewing on paste and glue that they're not going to show up to vote. So it's time to do the right thing. Midterm elections are big. So anyways, that's where I want to go with this message. And I will have a link on the sheer hypocrisy one I did. Maybe you can share it to a friend that believes that the Clintons are wonderful and they've always supported illegal immigrants. And the same thing, Obama, he's for the immigrants and the minority 100%. And maybe once they watch that video and see the Obama and Clinton, what came out of their mouth, might open their eyes a little bit. So I'll put that one, and I'll put the link for the Clinton Cash video. Maybe you can share them to some people that are on the fence. But anyways, I will get to those messages, and thank you all for the messages. I read them last night. I was very, humbled by them. Y'all are great. So, anyways, fear no man, never fear death. Get right with God, fight the good fight, and stay locked and loaded 100%. Later. Have a great weekend.